All right, guys, so I'm going to go over the homework from last night. This is SAB page 100. All right, and this is volume of solids. So you were assigned to do numbers 1 and 2 on page 100, so I'm going to go over those now. Number 1 should have been pretty easy. You're already working with cubes. All you have to do to find the volume of a solid like this is to break it up into two parts. So I'm going to break it up vertically like this. So I'm going to break it into two different figures. We'll call this figure A, and this will be figure B. So A's dimensions are 1, 2, 3, 3 wide, 1, 2, 3 long, and 1, 2 high. Okay, so it's 3 by 3 by 2. And that would be 3 times 3 is 9. And then 9 times 2 is 18. So the volume of A is 18 cubic units or units cubed. Then we have B that we still need to do. And B is 1, 2, 3 cubes wide. I'm going to separate this a little bit. Okay. B is 3 cubes wide, 1, 2, 3 cubes long, and it's a little bit, I can tell it's a little bit taller than A, so it's definitely going to have a much higher height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 high. So in that case, the volume of this will be 3 times 3 is 9, and then 9 times 6 is 54 units cubed. But that is not our answer. We actually have to add up 18 and 54 in order to get the total. So I'm going to do that off to the side here. 18 plus 54. 8 plus 4 is 12. And 5, 6, 7, 72. So my answer should be 72 cubic units. That is the answer for number 1. Okay? And then we're going to look down here at number 2. Now this one does not have any cubes, but that does not mean it is any harder or easier. Okay? It's actually just as easy as the cubed one. All you have to do is break it apart and work with what you have. So I'm going to actually break mine apart this way. I'm going to break it up horizontally this time. So now I have figure A up here and then figure B down here. I'm just labeling them to make it easier to follow along with me. So let's start with A first. We want to find our length, width, and height. So our length is going back this way, and I can see that it's labeled very clearly for me. The length is 3. The width is this long side in front of us, and we can see that it's labeled as 20 feet. So the width is 20, and now we need to know the height, which is going up and down. And right here, it is clearly labeled for us as 5 feet. So 3 times 20 is 60, and 60 times 5 equals 300 feet cubed is the volume for A. All right, so 300 feet cubed is the volume of A. Now let's work on B. B is down here. So we're going to go for the length first as well. The length is going back that way. We can see that it's labeled for us as 3 feet. The width is what's in front of us, so that long portion there, and it's labeled for us again as 10 feet. And then our height is going up and down, and again, they labeled it for us. So there's no numbers, no mystery numbers here that we need to figure out. And 3 times 10 is 30. 30 times 7, we can do that easily in our head because 3 times 7 is 21. And all you have to do is add that 0. So 210 feet cubed. That is the volume for B. So now what we need to do to find the volume of this entire figure is just add up these two figures. So I can really do this in my head because I know 300 is a really simple number to work with. If I cover up the tens and the ones place and I just leave the hundreds place, I know that 3 plus 2 is 5. So my answer is going to be in the 500s. And then I just bring down the 10 that I have left with 210, and I know that my answer is 510 feet cubed. If you can't do that in your head, that's perfectly fine. You can absolutely just add it up like you normally would, write it all out. It's more important to get the correct answer than to get the answer quickly or in your head. So writing it out, if that works for you, that is absolutely fine. But I just wanted to show you how I was able to do that with mental math. So the volume of this entire figure here is 510 cubic feet. So I want to make sure I transfer my answer into the answer space. And those are the answers for numbers 1 and 2 on the homework last night.